Welcome to the podcast today in person with my good friend Erebos. Not as usual via online meetings and stuff like this. No, this time in person. And we have a whole bunch of interesting topics prepared for today. So just to walk you through what we're going to talk about, like first we would start with what we did in the past. And then we will walk over to the current situation. Erebos has a lot of thoughts to share on that. And then lastly, or the next topic will be if we get into a super cycle or not. I know it's a meme, like I think last super cycle, last cycle.
It didn't work well.
Yeah, it didn't work well. After Suzu posted it, like I think some guys were saying, no, we don't get into one. And yeah, lastly, we will talk about the next place. That's interesting to us. Okay,
let's do it.
With that being said, Erebos, do you want to say a few things like in person this time?
Yeah, it's special. I mean, yeah, no, just looking at the market. I mean, obviously it's all-time highs.
Yeah,
it's celebration. I mean,
today, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, we broke it. We broke it like a few days ago, but it was not clear. Now it is, and well, it's just for us all in alts. It's a bit painful. I've been frustrated with some bags like Injective or Tia they're not moving, but we know it's gonna come like alt season.
Yeah.
I saw some people saying Bitcoin can run until the halving, and then we have the alt season.
Yeah.
So yeah, a bit of patience on the alts front. Also, personally, I missed out on most of the meme mania.
Yeah.
So that was a bit painful too, but I mean, you cannot catch them all.
One quick note before we dive deeper into the content of today's episode. The content shared in this episode is for informational and entertainment purposes only. Despite our passion for the crypto space, we are not financial advisors. In our discussions today, we may mention various cryptocurrencies, some of which we personally hold positions in. However, our discussions are not endorsements or investment advice. Investing in cryptocurrency is inherently risky and can lead to significant financial loss. We strongly encourage all our listeners to conduct their own research. We do not assume responsibility for any financial losses or gains you may experience based on the information shared in this podcast. And with that being said, let's get into today's episode.
That's true.
And yeah, what's also super exciting for me is that we have a lot of interesting tokens launching like this month and yeah, until June, let's say. So I'm super excited to hopefully replicate what we did on Ondo.
Yeah.
That's really my goal. And also, of course, like make as much money as we can, because in my opinion, we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that too, like at the end of the cycle or super cycle, all that bullshit.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. So for me as well, like I'm very excited for what's coming. I had a bit of luck because I had one wallet which I didn't touch for years, and I have a big Ethereum position in it. So this basically saved my performance over the past few months. But yeah, as you said, like most altcoins, like there are some which are performing quite well, but yeah, for me also, I didn't have like the huge bags or the biggest performers in my portfolio. Like I had some Stark and some Mavia. Yeah, we can directly dive into the recent plays. Like, okay, I know it's hard, it's hurtful to talk about Mavia for you, but yeah, for me, yeah,
fair play.
Yeah,
fair play.
It's actually one of my biggest positions now. Like, I really.
It's a great choice.
Yeah.
No, really.
Let's see what happens.
So I mean, yeah, we can talk about
many things. Let's talk about like the recent plays. Like, what did you do in the when we did?
It was a month ago, I think. Yeah. I think the last one. Honestly, for me, it's been pretty quiet in terms of like trading.
Yeah.
Because, well, everybody knows now my style is high conviction bets. So I'm not looking for plays every day all the time.
Yeah.
I actually tried to trade a bit the memes and some other stuff, but it didn't go super well. I mean, just, yeah, not crazy returns. So I'm actually always, I said it on Twitter, like I'm waiting for the big plays where I know it's gonna cook.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I have like maybe like 3 or 4 that I'm waiting for. So then when they come, I'm just gonna be super aggressive and hopefully make a 5x or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, let's basically try to replicate and have a big position size. Yeah. What else? But yeah, also doing a lot of research because in that stage I felt a bit behind.
Yeah.
And I'm also super excited because I have a lot of AI plays. And I mean, of course, all the projects are going to launch their tokens soon. I mean, this is the time to do it. And yeah, while the market is super hot, that's also the way. So honestly, I'm excited. Yes, we have like, I mean, yeah, at least 6 months of fun. And if you play it right, you can make your fortune. So yes, that's going to be the goal.
It's completely focused on the market. Like I had also the feeling that I got a bit behind in terms of research. So like our friend Common and I, we did a deep dive into base. Like it was so necessary that we catch up with everything because like last time I checked, like I mean we did a research deep dive for 4 hours where we basically scanned every protocol there is.
But base is quite light, I would say. Like I didn't see a lot of stuff here yet.
Yeah.
But it's coming, and I mean you have the memes and you have a little bit of action, but still
that's true.
I wasn't impressed with what I saw on base.
Nope.
But I guess it's let's stay, alert because some big plays are certainly gonna come.
Yeah, there will be some interest in.
I mean, intent is the coolest, like version. That's the only one I really like.
Yeah, for me too. Like also Marvius know a base play. Like they went over to base and also Prime.
Yeah, Prime is
And also like I personally I think we haven't talked about it yet, but do you know Fly or Blackbird?
Yeah, the restaurant.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's so interesting too.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a step and
exactly.
kind of like play with like Ponzi, real world. No, yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah. So, but yeah.
But I mean, what about the token of Blackbird? Like, what do you know more?
The Fly token is already like if you are in New York and you go to restaurants there, you can basically farm it. Like I knew a few people, or now a few people who like
farming at the restaurant.
Yeah,
it's
man,
so crazy.
They went to New York just to farm the token. So I think it has potential, but it's not like step and everyone could just download the app and like run and basically farm the token. And with
nice.
Fly, it's not that easy. Like you have some barriers. And
it's more exclusive now.
Exactly, yeah. And also the restaurants I checked, like they are not like for everyone, like not the small guys can go there and eat there. So
it's still early.
Yeah, exactly, very early. But I think it has potential. Like I did a deep dive into it, and I think the market overall has a very huge overall value. So the restaurant market also like all this Uber Eats stuff. So I think it's
true. It's a bit of a meme, like a restaurant token.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't really do a deep dive, but I see the value. Like for the restaurants, it's like loyalty. I mean, it's a better like how to say that, like a loyalty program.
Exactly. Yeah. And also like I think one thing they really where they put their focus on was that you can basically have a better image of the marketing data. So basically you know what your customers are doing and what they're eating and where they're also going. So yeah, better use of data. So and I think this is also interesting. But yeah, so basically like recent plays you had no really huge ones, right?
No, honestly, since Hondo, nothing major. I mean, honestly, nothing. I mean, as I said, trading a little bit, some meme coins, but nothing that I was super hyped about.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. Like sometimes you have to just also it's very easy, and I got caught up in that a bit, like FOMOing, rotations, it's crazy. A lot of people are better off just hodling the good coins.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can be aggressive, like active. But yeah, in my case, so yeah, I agree. Like it's been a bit quiet. People were asking me like, okay, next plays. I mean, I'm also excited and waiting. But yeah, like it looks like within a few weeks we're gonna have a next big one.
Yeah. I think when we can basically, this is a perfect time to open the Bitcoin dominance chart, right?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but basically what we see is that Bitcoin, even after like some alts went crazy and also the overall market cap of crypto went through the roof, the dominance of Bitcoin is still up. Like, what do you think about that? Like, I think this is a sign for an extreme altcoin season, which is in front of us, right?
Definitely. I mean, as we said, like Bitcoin is gonna send to like who knows, like 100K something.
Yeah.
And then it's alt season.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly. Also, yeah, I mean, you do have the flows, but yeah, like the rotation is gonna be violent. And it's true, yeah. It's the time now to go shopping for alts, like start positioning.
Yeah.
I mean, you have maybe a few weeks to do business, but personally, a lot of people are already positioned and you cannot time that perfectly.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. So I think, yeah, but as you said, like some alts haven't launched yet. So what, yeah, I personally think like last year was a time for deep research, and now is the time for just positioning and not thinking too much about like what you're gonna buy. If you have no answer yet, I mean, like it's still like you have to be like quite fast. So
yeah, I mean it depends too.
Yeah.
Also, like you can just be a technical trader, and
Yeah,
in
that's
the
true.
case
Yeah,
of
yeah,
like,
true.
well, I mean the one I have, so I know very well. Like Injective has been in a range for 3 months.
Yeah.
TIA, same thing. Say too. So those are like obvious candidates. And then you can go down whatever. Like also a trade I've seen a lot recently, and it's smart. I didn't partake in it, but you know, playing the old coins like Phantom.
Yeah.
They're just breaking out of a long-term like range. And in the end, they have some juice because people are gonna be like, oh, everything up has pumped. Let me check out the less sexy ones, like even AVAX today is pumping quite a lot, and yeah, it's gonna run for real.
Yeah, that's true. I think also like all
true. Yeah. We prefer the new coins are even better.
Exactly. Yeah. But I think the old ones, like I thought about it, like what's the reason behind it? But I think many people who like stopped doing crypto for the bear market, they basically came back for crypto after Bitcoin went through its all-time high, and now they are basically buying all the coins that they made money with back in the days. Like that's my take. Why every time like all these old dinosaur coins basically are pumping. Like also Litecoin went through the roof. I think Bitcoin Cash went crazy.
Yeah,
like
most
a few
of
days
them.
ago. Yeah,
most of them are gonna have their thing.
Yeah,
but it's true. Also, it's quite frustrating. I forgot how it was a bull.
Yeah,
because in a bear you suffer a lot. Maybe it's going to zero. It's not fun. But then in the bull, you also have like, oh my God, Pepe went 4x in a week and I wasn't in it. And you know, you can get frustrated quite easily. But of course, as long as you make money, you cannot complain. But it's always, yeah, you always have a bit of suffering, whether it's because you broke or because you're not rich enough.
yeah, that's true. If you like the thinking to have not enough liquidity to make money off the market is as like depressing as having the liquidity but only making a tiny amount in the situation where other people like going from 0 to like a million basically. Like I know a few people who entered paper at so low valuations, and then now I'm thinking like, damn, why didn't I go deeper into meme coins? Like I have Toshiba.
Yeah, exactly. The same for me. Because, well, we all know that meme coins pump the most because of retail, and this market is retarded. So
yeah, that's true.
But it's true. Personally, I'm never really a big meme guy. But yeah, no, I have a few, and it's true that in the end, it's insane. Like even like recently, I bought like Zcoin, which is a cat on ZK Sync, and I'm up 10x on it in like a month, I think. And I went with some money, you know, it's not a lot, but like it's like 100K. I mean, like that's the position value now. And so I'm thinking, like, I mean, if you have a small portfolio, you should definitely be on memes, just memes. Or even we are looking at Brett on Coinbase. It went from 0 to like 400 million market cap in like a month, maybe not even a month.
Not even a month, yeah.
It's insane. Like if you have you have to get a bit lucky, or you can just focus on the hot ones, those who have potential.
Yeah.
But whatever, that's a different game.
Yeah, that's a completely different game. Like I respect it. I know a few guys who like do. I mean, you can also like if you want to, you can stop the screen recording and then.
Yeah.
But I know a few guys who make their living with shitcoins, and like I think we also talked about it like in one of the earlier podcast episodes. But now these guys are printing. Like I see them like going into meme coins at a 400K market cap valuation, and now they are up to 20 million. Like it's insane. Like if you are new to crypto, I think you also have an advantage because you just buy what sounds nice. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you have that like 2 IQ advantage,
exactly.
but also you don't have experience.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's true, it's hard to balance.
Yeah.
Having a feel for what a normie will like, and also having like proper risk management, and I mean, understanding the market well enough.
Yeah.
Because we all know the stories, like maybe you're a retail guy entering now, you might make a 50x on your portfolio, but you're going to lose it all because you don't sell or you invest in a scam, whatever. So yeah, it's a different kind of experience depending on
I
what
think,
you're into.
Yeah, for these guys, like I mean, recently you said something to me which made me thinking like, it's easier to do a 2x or 3x than a 10x. So basically, what you can do with these kinds of coins is basically go from 1, 2x or 3x, exit early, to another safer play in this space. Like this is not
true. I mean,
don't have to write it.
But also, I mean,
it's hard. Yeah, I agree with you.
I mean, yeah, it's safer because at least you take your profits, you don't retrace.
Yeah.
But honestly, like finding many different 2x's is also some work. Because in the end, of course, if you have a coin with potential, you can just hodl and it's gonna go. But yeah, especially with meme coins. I mean, it happened to me recently, like on an injected meme coin. I bought it. It was like a month ago or something. And I bought it, it went up like, I think it was 4x, 5x in like a day. And I was like, I don't know, I'm going to keep it. It's still quite small. And then it went back all the way back down. And I made like 20% on it in the end. So yeah, in that case, I would have been better off, of course, dumping it. But you never know also, like that's why you have to be careful. I don't know. There is no perfect answer, but it's true. Personally, it's going to be, I do play like that now, more conservative. But some plays like Ondo or like Prime, you cannot just take your 3x. Like,
I mean, Ondo will be a condo like that.
Yeah, BlackRock. We have a friend like, what's his target? $10, man. No, I mean, why not? Why not? It's doable. Personally, I don't see it, but if it gets truly crazy, who knows?
Yeah.
Anyways.
No one knows what's going to happen.
should we move on to another topic?
Yeah, let's talk about like profit taking in the current markets. Ooh. Like, when do you take profits? What are your targets? I think, let's talk about your whole portfolio. What are your targets?
Well, I mean, it's gonna be very difficult. I mean, everybody's different, of course.
Yeah. I
think most people should just hodl as long as they can. Also, it depends on how is it going to look, because last cycle you had like a month BTC topped at like 70 and it was chopping at the highs.
Yeah.
So you had a month to like exit. I don't know about altcoins, but you had some time to exit.
Yeah.
Some people like to take profits on the way up, which is okay, but you also miss out because if you sell 40% of your bag and it goes 3x more, that's a problem. So I mean, I can talk about my strategy, which is what I feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
Is I told you now I don't. Maybe it's going to be a bit higher, but yeah, basically for me, a few months, maybe I give it like 3 or 4 months after the all-time high, so after now.
Yeah.
And I want to sell my spot bags. We'll see where is BTC at that time. I would say like maybe 120K, something like that. Because my first target was 100K, but now that we see the ETF flows, we're gonna go higher than that. So yeah, I want to sell my spot bags, and then I want to trade with that capital. So stay exposed. I just don't want to cash out and ciao.
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue playing the game, but at least I have a trader mindset. Then I would have also some profits. Maybe I won't go back in with everything, but yeah, that's how I play it. Like I did it last cycle and it worked really well. Just I'm done with my investments, and now I'm just gonna flip stuff until the music stops. And then, I mean, we're gonna talk about it, but the problem is if the market keeps going up for a year, then I'm gonna underperform. So that's the only issue with my strategy.
Yeah.
But at least I'll be secure. The money will be secured. So you have to decide. Also, it's true, like if it's life-changing money, maybe you don't have to to be super aggressive, because that's the next topic. I have a hard time seeing like, oh yeah, we still have like 2 years of bull market. Like, I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't like. I agree with you. I don't think that we will see a bull market that is like, well, my opinion. The needed or the necessary steps for us to get into a super cycle, basically, or a 2-year cycle, 2-year bull markets, are basically that we don't have so many Bitcoins in the hands of whales anymore. I think if we want to get into a super cycle, I think more institutions need to hold Bitcoin, and also the economic factors need to be like more in the direction of like uncertainty if we will see high inflation again in the US states, like, you know what I mean? So I don't think that crypto natives will kick off a super cycle. That's basically my point of view.
Like, I mean, now you can tell Wall Street is actually pushing us, so they are taking control over time. But I mean, I don't know what's your strategy like for
taking profits. Like, I think for me also, like, I agree with you. Like, my first thought was, okay, we will see Bitcoin somewhere between 90 to 100K, but after seeing the inflows, man.
Yeah, but it's super close. I mean, if you want to take profits at 90, it might be next week. That's a bit early.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but yeah, give it a few months, and then it starts looking, more likely that we're gonna top.
Yeah,
I think we top this year, but I cannot. Yeah, I cannot say when.
I think also like for me, it's also I look at Bitcoin as an index, like or like as the market mover for crypto. So if Bitcoin tops, I think we will see a crazy altcoin cycle. So this is basically the time where I look for exits for my high conviction plays.
True. I mean, in the end, that's it. My bad to cut you, but in the end, it's true that we're gonna have an alt season that's gonna be massive. So then, and it's gonna be the same for me. Like I said, 3-4 months, because based on last cycle, and also give time to Bitcoin for a good run. And also, once the alt season is done, people have been saying like the alt season should be like a month. Maybe it's a bit shorter, like longer, but so basically Bitcoin sinks completely to like 100K plus. Then we have a few weeks of craziness for alts. And personally, that's when I unload my spot bags. And then if the market continues going up, well, then you can trade it with your capital. But it's gonna be difficult. And we have a whole section about what do we think about the market dynamics now. But that's pretty much my approach so far. So basically, pretty similar. The only difference between me and you basically is that I can't trade, so I'm not a technical analyst. I mean, so I'm not super good either, but when I say trading, it's mostly like flipping launches. But also some technical trades, like I don't know, like when BTC pulls back 20-30%, then you're gonna have a massive bounce. I mean, and also some technical, a bit. Me, I'm in between. Sometimes it's just trading a hype launch, or sometimes it's going to be looking at the charts and thinking that this altcoin is going to break something, whatever.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, my strategy is waiting for the alt season, take profits in the alt season. The profits or the calculated profits for my conviction plays are basically based on fundamental analysis. So I looked at, like, when I look at a base play, I think about, okay, how many people can play it? Like, what are similar projects, or what was the performance of the similar project in the past and similar ecosystems?
Yeah.
And basically I build exits for this specific time. And then, like, I think one of the most profiting strategies could be to look for potential Ponzi's and then just short the shit out of them. So that's basically,
I mean, shorting, yeah, it's not encouraged on our podcast, but yeah, I thought about it too. Thought about it too, especially when it's safe. When it's clear that BTC topped at the end of the cycle. I mean, we all remember GCR shorting many shitcoins to zero. That was pretty sweet. But honestly, yeah, if you had a good bull, like you don't have to. You can hedge. Maybe you can hedge. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Kind of like you keep some exposure, but also you short the weak garbage coins.
Yeah.
That way you're protected, and they should go down more than your good coins, or at least there is a delta there.
Yeah.
So that's not bad, but yeah, I would definitely discourage people from shorting, especially at the end of the cycle, because imagine you short like I don't know, I don't have an example, but something really bad, and people squeeze it to the moon, and it just this retail, and
that's true.
Man, you can get so wrecked. Even I was thinking about like a short on something, and I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be really difficult to pull. So the best thing is probably just avoid that.
Yeah, I think, like, for me, I will only short stuff like where I see that the death spiral in some way can form, and if it falls, or is it at the beginning of the death spiral, I basically will short it. But like, if you follow this podcast, then you should hear the biggest Ponzi schemes and what we basically think about them. But
stay away from those. Stay away from shorting, from everything.
Exactly.
You want to be involved in the Ponzi when they send. But anyways, maybe we talked about it a bit, because of course taking profits depends on the cycle.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe we can get started on this one.
On the super cycle topic.
Honestly, it's very difficult.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Because, well, let's do it. Also, it's been crazy on Twitter the past few days. Everybody, including me, are tired of people calling tops or people talking about the top. But it's true. I mean, you do have to secure the bag. And personally, I'm like that. I want to think about the exit. Like, I'm not just gonna enjoy the show. And I mean, you have to, especially since it's, I mean, in my opinion, a few months away. Maybe it's like 9 months away, but it's coming. So you have to be ready to press the red button. So anyways, so yeah, like the tricky part this time is, of course, we used to like a 4 years cycle, which is classic. And now we have ETF. They are buying 500 million a day. So personally, I do believe we top, as I said, in a few months from now. How long, I have no idea. But basically, I guess the best way to play this cycle would be to look at when the flows slow down.
Yeah.
I mean, slowing down, I guess, like maybe below 100 million a day for a few days, like when it's clear that the trend is shifting. Because I know that at that point, a lot of whales and players are gonna dump their Bitcoin. And then you might even get into like a negative reflexive loop where the market dumps, the flows go negative because people exit the ETFs, and then you get into that cycle where we just go down and down and down until either some people load up or the ETF starts buying the dip.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's super difficult, and I guess you cannot time it that much. You just have to be aware. But yeah, the flows are super important, and also the targets, because if personally Bitcoin goes to 200K, I mean, I don't have conviction. I don't have a lot of conviction past that. that would already be like a big 10x from the bottom. And but who knows? Like boomers can pump it to 400K. Who knows? Maybe they're gonna FOMO, and FOMO.
Yeah, but like let's think about boomers and like their way of trading and investing. Like, I mean, of course, they also get greedy and they also like start to believe in whatever. But like if you package the Bitcoin ETF in the right way, then maybe they also think, okay, it's gonna go to 400K in one cycle. But like the guys I know who buy ETFs, like these guys are very conservative. Like they are happy with it. Like when I talk with them about like 20%, like they are like, oh.
That's the thing. And also, I'm sure there will be a price point where they're gonna say like it doesn't make sense to buy Bitcoin at 250 when it's coming from 16.
Yeah.
So again, like it's true, it's cute to like try to predict the future. It's not like you should react accordingly.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the end, like maybe it's useful for people. And again, like this is my opinion. I'm certainly gonna be wrong. But yeah, personally, I anticipate like we're gonna have a huge FOMO run. So maybe Bitcoin goes to 120 in a few months.
Yeah.
Maybe it takes 2 months, who knows? Because yeah, like all-time high ETF, all that.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna top there, I would say. Or maybe there is a dip and then it goes a bit higher. But let's say that, yeah, the FOMO is basically going to create, like, I guess blow off top would be fitting this time. I don't know. Because with the FOMO, oh yeah, it's difficult to say. But yeah, let's just say that we're going to top in a few months. And then I guess with the ETF, we're not going to have such a crazy bear market, at least for Bitcoin and ETH, especially if ETH gets the ETF.
Okay.
So alts are going to get super fucked. But as we said, like a lot of, I would suppose a lot of ETF buyers are long-term oriented. They're not going to just sell the top and rebuy the bottom of the bear.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how much money stays there pretty much forever. I mean, forever, like 10 plus years. So some supply is going to be absorbed and like locked away in a way.
Yeah.
Also, what's risky is that, well, if they take away a lot of Bitcoin, then the liquidity decreases, and then a big whale can come in and just smash it. So that's why, personally, I think it's going to be rocky. People shouldn't expect just to walk up to 1 million in 2 years. I think we're going to have a nasty correction, but it's not going to be as long because now, like, the asset is more legitimate, and I guess ETF could buy the dip this time. Without the dip, the retrace.
Yeah.
Kind of like, yeah, so I would say a shorter bear market.
Yeah.
But yeah, alts are definitely gonna get
it's
like
gonna
exploded.
Could get very nasty. Like we talked about it yesterday, like who is buying the ETF, and I think you said something about like most of the buyers were buying Bitcoin for 1,000 to 2,000.
Yeah, well, people have to check the data, but I heard that actually surprisingly it's not just rich dudes buying 1 million in Bitcoin. There is also a lot of small portfolios like buying 1,000 or something. So then I don't know exactly. I guess it fits with the 401k, like people saving for their retirement. But I don't know what they're gonna do actually. I guess those guys are pretty inexperienced if they're like small. So I guess they could panic sell when it turns red. But I mean, if they buy now and it goes 2x, and then, well, honestly, I don't think a lot of them are super locked in with crypto. They just see it like, I don't know exactly how it works. I would love to know exactly what's the process. Like, are those people asking their managers or buying it themselves, or what's the deal there?
And it's actually for the 401ks, I mean, right? For the pension funds and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just their savings for like long time.
Yeah, I think like for that, I don't know how the process works, but I think like there's another like group of people who's buying the ETF, and these are basically the people who don't trust Binance, who don't trust Coinbase, who don't trust any other crypto exchange in the US. I think there's only like Coinbase to be honest.
Yeah,
And
I mean, yeah, maybe a few.
yeah, but maybe a few others. But I think like a lot of them, like I heard this as well, like a lot of them are not, they don't want to switch their brokers and they stay with their exchange where they traded like or where they did. Yeah. So, and I think that these guys are also buying the ETF now, which are also like in the age group or the group of people who are between like 50 and above. So a lot of small investors coming into the market.
Checking the prices. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, sorry.
So yeah, honestly, of course, it's a mess, and yeah, you shouldn't really. We have to enjoy the few months of craziness we have ahead of us.
I think, and we have.
And then we didn't talk about the super cycle, but there is a possibility that they keep buying for like a year plus.
Yeah.
And then it keeps going. That would be absolute madness for us because I mean the pumps we're gonna get on alts for like a sustainable year. It is madness. But personally, yeah, I just don't see it because that's a bit optimistic. But then you can just look at the flows. Personally, that would be my trigger to like slow down. Or if we really send too high, too quick. I've seen many conflicting views, and a super like smart guy like I don't get his name, but one of a VC guy was saying that he expects a short cycle because the hype and the FOMO is too strong.
Yeah.
But then he also said, and I align with that, like a short bear phase, a few months, and then we continue. Because in the end, like normally or like logically, we should become more like a Nasdaq, S&P.
Yeah.
If you have the passive flows, they're just gonna buy and buy and buy, and in the end, it's gonna give us a mellow grind up.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I think economic indicators and stuff like this are getting more and more important for Bitcoin because like people won't see it as gold for a long time or like that's a safe haven against inflation. I think they will trade it like stock basically. And this is why I think inflation, the interest rates and everything else will become more important over the span of the next few years.
Yeah, true. I mean, they're gonna control, Wall Street is gonna control the asset.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
They're gonna care about their metrics.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely the market's changing.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it, honestly. Again, like there is no need to really go super gigabrain about it.
Yeah.
You can just observe what happens.
Yeah.
Make as much money as you can while it's there.
Exactly.
But really, like I struggle with the idea of a super cycle, and we have like 2 years ahead of us. I don't know.
I don't think that, but maybe we are completely wrong. But I think like this cycle would play like I like the view that we will see a shorter cycle. I think this is actually something no one basically expects out of maybe some small.
Oh yeah, no, honestly, it's rare. It's super rare. I mean, the consensus seems to be up only.
Yeah.
And also a lot of people are targeting like early 2025 for a top. As I said, personally, I expect us to top more like this summer.
Yeah.
But again, it depends on is TradFi gonna keep buying our Ponzi's?
Yeah, I think this time we have to look at like the traditional financial world and how they get into crypto because for them it's a new asset.
But it's super big though. It's true. In the end, it might be the beginning of like real adoption. So then it would be a bit pointless. But honestly, it's true that I mean that's a blessing that we have ETFs and we're getting the raging bull market. But it's true, it's breaking our like defined rules of this market.
Exactly.
But I mean, it's just progressing.
Yeah. But I think
no big deal.
Yeah, I think we have like new adoption which is coming in the space now.
Yeah.
And at some point this new adoption will also turn into like the normal way of things. Like we will see the typical way how market moves. Maybe it will be a little bit longer. I don't think that it's going to happen that fast or as fast as people expected. One thing that I personally think could expand the altcoin season would be an Ethereum ETF.
Definitely, it's true. Actually, at that thought now, because it's likely that it's gonna be August.
Yeah.
Because they delayed it. May seems a bit early. Then I think it's August, the next deadline. But yeah, to be fair, as I said, personally, like summer top. But then it's true. Maybe we have a bit more juice and we keep going until the end of the year. Yeah. But again, like who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I think this time we have to be very we have to look at what's happening.
Yeah, just adapt.
Yeah, exactly. I think to make assumptions about what's going to happen in the next 3 months, I don't think that it's the best way to play the current situation. I also don't like Twitter for that at the moment. I don't like. I only look at a few people and ignore the rest. Like,
yeah, well, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's true, we even have like some indicators, like some like on-chain stuff, and like people might look at Coinbase. Personally, I mean, I'll pay attention, but I don't think it's a super signal.
No. Yeah, it's getting worse and worse and worse, I think, over the years. Like, I think the last bull market was pretty good for using on-chain indicators. Or the last bull market was pretty nice. But I think, one client of mine actually told that to me. Like, he said that the ETF inflows will make like on-chain indicators basically irrelevant. And I was thinking about it, and I agree with him now. Like, I'm totally agree with him.
Anyways, but yes, that's the idea. Hopefully it wasn't too long. But yeah, that's a big topic.
It's a big topic, yeah. But I think it's not necessary that you like it's so much bandwidth used for that specific topic.
But I mean, of course, now our job is to focus on
the next
making good plays. Yes. And I mean, actually, do you have some plays?
Yeah, actually, like should I start? You also have some?
No, I mean, go for it.
All right. So I next week, like for everyone who knows crypto a bit more and knows DeFi a bit more, knows that Arbitrum is doing a huge unlock. Maybe you can open it. I don't know which tab it is.
I mean, yeah. What do you mean? Like, okay, well, go for it. I don't know what you want to check.
Okay, let me quickly open it.
Yes, okay. Are we gonna share something?
I will cut it out again. Like, let me quickly just open all of them. Okay. So my brain is not catching up if you do it because you have it the other way around. All right, so I have to share. And just take it. Yeah. So basically, what we have here, or what we see here, is the fundraising, and the investors and the team will get a huge unlock.
God damn. 10% of the
it's great, man. Look at.
I think it's a double of the circulating.
Yeah,
it's doubling.
Exactly. Woof. It's gonna be mad. Like I looked at.
Actually, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I looked through the VCs who were invested, and I personally think that if they wanted to exit, they already did.
Yeah, they prepare.
Yeah, so I think.
Also, unlocks during a bull, like usually it's meaningless. It's definitely going to slow down Arbitrum because then the market cap is doubling, so there is less upside.
Yeah.
But I don't think Arbitrum is going to nuke. Maybe it's going to dip, but then it's going to be bought. And yeah, but to be fair, it's true. Like you have a lot of coins like that. Even like TIA, I think TIA gets like Celestia gets a pretty massive unlock in October or something of this year. So I heard the Framework Ventures guys, like they talked about the fact that 2025 is going to be pretty painful for some alts because of those, unlocking.
Yeah.
So it's true, you have to be mindful of that, be careful.
Yeah.
But it's true, right now, it doesn't really impact too much.
And what I think is like you get a lot of attention now, or Arbitrum gets a lot of attention now. And they actually like every big project, they're doing an event now to like hype up the community and stuff like this. But basically, what I want to say is like I think a lot of the money where people expect that it's going to dump. And I expect that the opposite basically. So I think it's going to be a bullish unlock because it's such a fundamentally strong project. Like we can look at the TVL. I mean, TVL for some people it's a meme, but basically what we can look at is like the TVL of Arbitrum just went up over the last few months. I also think when you look at the revenue, they made some revenue. I don't know if this chart is like correct, but everything points into like that basically that Arbitrum is going into the right direction. Like also if you look at the onto the market share of Arbitrum, like it's at 45%. I think it's slowly decreasing over the last few weeks. Last time I checked, it was at 48 or something like that. So still the TVL of Arbitrum is in my eyes like the leader when it comes to layer twos, when it comes to adoption. Of course, like technology wise, maybe there are other players which are better. Like there are other players which are better, but like adoption wise, it's looking great. And when I look at the situation, like I think Arbitrum itself could be an interesting mid-risk play because it's so big already. I wouldn't bet on Arbitrum personally.
No.
But what they are doing and what they are pushing now, because like when you look at the TVL and what's happening on chain, like most of the projects are DeFi projects, and I don't think that fits into the narrative at the moment.
Not really, no.
So they launched, I think, was it yesterday? Like a few days ago, a few weeks ago, they launched the Arbitrum Arcade competition, basically. And what it does is basically you have to.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
but people were complaining because the price pool is like very, very tiny.
Yeah, but still it will bring attention to some place, and especially the low liquid ones. And you know which one there is? Do you know this?
It's your
exactly.
Your
It's my baby. And basically, I think that these games can see some interest over the span of the next few weeks.
Yeah.
So
makes sense.
I think positioning yourself, or what I do, like I looked at a few plays now, like Sai is also one of the bigger ones. So I think it's a nice place to be because there will flow some attention.
Yeah, true. Even gaming is a good vertical right now.
Yeah, so
actually what I prefer with AI gaming.
Yeah, it fits into the narrative. Yeah, so I think this could be an interesting thing to be in, like right now. Also, there's like one game which is on the focus spot right now, like AI.
Arena.
Have you looked into it?
I mean, I don't know much about it, but just the name AI and it's a game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like a Smash Brawl or whatever, like you know that kind of game. And like, why not? And I think it's like your character plays itself. It's like autonomous.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I mean, I wasn't super shocked about it, but I know the token is coming, and I mean, people might like it. So I don't know. Personally, I'm not sold on it, but that's one that could be a potential play. Yes.
Yeah. So I think and also in the DMT space, they're also like I showed it to you last time. I don't know the name right now. But basically in the ecosystem itself, there are also like other plays launching, and I think it's a good place to be in right now. So Arbitrum as a whole, as an ecosystem, could be interesting. I mean, what plays do you currently look at? Do you want to?
No, honestly, I mean, well, it's actually something field before shield. That's really my mentor. But yes, I can give people one. Hopefully, I won't show anything.
You can basically stop the screen, like.
Oh yeah, but I mean, okay, my bad. But maybe I can. Yeah, okay. No, just to show people. So I mean, yes, as I said, I hate talking about plays before I have a position because it's pointless. I see a lot of people doing that. Like personally, I have to get paid. I don't really care about the clout, even though it's nice. It's a side effect. But yes, I can give one play I'm looking at, and that way people that are watching can prepare. So yeah, it's a Bitcoin layer 2, which is hot, and they have like a farming, yeah, I guess you can call it farming operation, and you have like 3 billion of TVL on it.
That's cool. I saw it, man.
Yeah, it's massive. And just the fact that it's a Bitcoin layer 2, that's a good narrative, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So I really like it. I think it's launching at the end of the month. So I'm excited for that one. And yeah, honestly, that's pretty much it. I didn't do a lot of research, but I just know that it has an ecosystem, and just the fact that it's a layer 2 on Bitcoin, it's gonna go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's one I'm looking at, and yeah, I'm not gonna share more. But yeah, like some other like gaming stuff and AI.
Yeah.
So honestly, you just have to. People usually know if you do your research. You hear about the big boys that are coming, and of course I'll tweet about it, and I'll let people know when I have a high conviction play. But Merlin is definitely one you'll see me playing. So
Yeah.
excited for you know, a big play coming up.
I'm also like, it's interesting. Like I don't think Bitcoin layer 2 has like a huge future in my eyes.
No, I mean it's just a meme.
It's
but
a meme.
you can look at like what is it, like Stacks,
Yeah.
STX did very well. And so that's pretty much it, just because people see the Bitcoin success,
exactly, yeah.
and also the money from Bitcoin can flow into those layer 2s. So it's just a meme. But yeah, like technically, I don't even know how it works because Bitcoin has no block space, or like super slow block time, etc. Like it's not the place to have a layer 2, but I don't know how they do it, and I don't care. It's just a good trade.
just for the money.
But yeah, honestly, of course I'm much more bullish on something like Monad or even Solana, and what's based on Solana. Then Solana L2 would be pretty cool. Actually, I don't know exactly. I know some projects are using the SVM. But yeah, it makes no sense to have a Bitcoin layer 2, but people like it, so I do too.
It's gonna be an interesting meme. Like I think also Bitcoin Ordinal is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
it's already like
some people printed a lot on that. Personally, I wasn't bothered, but also it's NFTs, it's almost NFTs, so
true.
You have to like that game, which is not my case.
Yeah, same for me.
And what else? I mean, I keep a list of things like I like, but yeah, really like, as we said, since it's the last part of the cycle, so also the craziest, so you can prepare for the hot stuff, AI, gaming, deepin also. I'm watching some deepin stuff.
Yeah.
So basically anything that's in the right pocket of the market, it's going to be new, and most likely you get a good entry, you're going to print on those. So yeah, stay tuned for more.
Yeah, we will definitely share some more plays. This time we didn't share some. Last time we shared like 4 or 5 plays that we did.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was already like upcoming plays, or
upcoming plays. We talked about Mavia.
We talked about Mafia, but we took some time to release it. So actually, when we dropped the episode, Mafia was already trading. But yes, we were bullish on Mafia. I fucked up that trade completely.
Yeah.
Well, actually, funny story, like for those who are aware of what I'm doing, like the day Mafia launched, it was also Dimension. And that day I was talking with Ionet, which I recently invested in. And it was just ridiculous. Like I was watching the Mavia chart and I was talking with the Ionet guys. I really love that project. They have a strong value. And so yeah, for many reasons I fucked up that Mavia trade. But yeah, it was like a 5x from the bottom on launch in like a week. That was Gucci play.
For me, it was very good. Like it was.
That's well done.
First time I got better into them.
Also, yeah, let's see. I definitely, sometimes you just don't execute. But that's the thing. Like, it's the idea is actually not that. I mean, yeah, you can say it's like I don't know, 40%, maybe 30% of the job.
Yeah.
What matters more is when you buy and how much time do you keep it, etc.
Yeah. And I got sold on it. Like you didn't like it that much, right? Like it
Mavia?
yeah.
No, actually that's the stupid part because I loved Mavia. I knew it was super strong because it's mobile and huge community, a lot of hype, etc. It's just that well, first I was split between this and Dimension. I thought Dimension was a bit better, which was stupid actually. So I had prepared like basically I split my capital into two, and I bought a little, not enough Mavia, and then it was chopping a bit. It was chopping a bit at like 4, and I was like, I don't know, I don't see it. And in the end, it was just cooking, and then it went parabolic. And so in the end, I got fooled. I don't know why. Oh yeah, it's because also maybe that's other trades before that. But yeah, honestly, it's true. In this market, if you have a strong project, you just buy and you forget about it if you can, at least for a good week. I'm still, well, forget about it for a week, but you know, it's true. Like sometimes I do that. I mean, often even like you get a 2x in a day and you're like happy about it, but usually there is more potential.
Depending on the project, like
true.
So
it's also tricky, but at this state of the market, you should be less, less defensive.
Exactly. Yeah, that's also true. Like this was
let them run for real.
That was actually one of my biggest struggles in my earlier bull markets. Like I didn't let the projects run. Like I had such a short-term mindset that I wanted to go from one play to another. I saw other people making millions with fucking meme coins, and I was like, damn. So I'm still waiting for whatever. Like I was early in Polkadot, for example. I sold at I think $5, and then it went to $30.
Yes. Yeah. Painful.
Yeah, but in the end, like it's all lessons, and for me, this lesson, like, I had scars from it from the last bull market, so I took it seriously this time. Like I think you can also stop sharing the screen.
Yes, yeah. In terms of play, that's it. But as we said, like also, I mean, you have to focus on what's going well. Yeah. I mean, memes are definitely a huge one too, but they had their run. Well, I mean, you can prepare, and we have some others. Like it's still a thing. After that, well, for me, what's confusing with memes is you have like dozens of new memes every day, and then how do you separate what's like just popping for the day or what's going to be a runner and all that. But whatever, honestly. You can maybe buy the dips on like the strong coins, the strong memes. I was looking at that actually, like if the best memes, if they pull back 50% or I mean even a bit more, you know that it's a safe entry and you can take it from there. But yes, so as we said, it's gonna be a lot of launches in the next few months, and I mean honestly, if you choose the right ones, it's pretty much guaranteed that you're gonna make money. So that's a good good setup. But yeah, honestly, I fucking can't wait. It's been too long since the last one.
I mean, like, how long did we went through a bear market? Like, I mean, so many people left crypto in the bear market.
I mean, well, it depends because we had a double top, but yeah, I mean, it's been like 2 years, a bit over 2 years since the last stop.
So it was a hard time for us. I think it depends. Like, I didn't like, for me it was nice to have that silence around crypto and you could do your stuff. But now we basically take the fruits for everything we did before. All right, so do you have something else you want to share otherwise?
Honestly, no, we had a good discussion on especially like the market cycle, which is like unknown. As we said, like summary, just look at the flows honestly. Since they're driving the market, we can guarantee you that once they stop the flows, people are gonna nuke the crypto natives are gonna nuke. ETFs, all hodlers might get spooked, and then you get into some sort of a reflexive loop.
Which could be brutal.
And I mean, yes, no, definitely. I just don't think we get through a super long bear market this time. Now that we have adoption, I mean, yeah, adoption from Wall Street. What else? Yeah, we talked about some plays.
Yeah.
And honestly, yeah, it's just patience. Also, like alt season is not quite there yet, but you can definitely like prepare. Some stuff is already flying.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, it's just gonna be like, the time where which is actually weird. Like you make all your money in like 6 months.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild how crypto moves and works. But yes, we're gonna print, boys.
Yeah, we're gonna print. We gotta print. So I think this is a perfect ending. Yeah, one more thing. Like, okay, one thing I wanted to add. Like the time we had now in the altcoin cycle on the altcoin market basically reminds me of the early DeFi summer. So some projects already went parabolic.
Yeah, you could say that.
And you basically see in which direction the market is looking in this bull market. Like last time it was DeFi.
Yeah.
This time it's modular blockchains, layer ones in general, like parallel blockchains, like stuff like
True.
Play,
like gaming AI.
Yeah, and gaming AI.
Deepin also is a big one, which is not that talked about, so it's good.
Yeah, I think real world assets in general, Deepin.
Also, real world assets. Yeah. I mean, on to the moon, but it's a bit. It's related to DeFi, which isn't super hot.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, that's actually. I saw someone saying that Eigenlayer is gonna give a rebirth to DeFi, which I agree with partially. Yeah. Also, the Uniswap fee switch, but overall, I think DeFi is not as exciting. My bad. And yeah, you should pay attention to what's already hot, and then if the market switches a bit from it. I mean, I'm still watching some DeFi stuff, but I mean, it's not as interesting as gaming or AI. Never.
I mean, you can basically front run the market and prepare for what they are going to like in a few months, because you can always chase what the market is liking at the moment.
Yeah. But some stuff is gonna stick around. Like people are just obsessed with AI. Yeah. So this is an easy market.
Yeah, that's true. And also, like for you, gaming was pretty nice because I think you already talked about gaming like 1 year ago. So
no, I mean, maybe, no, it's true. I did say I was definitely sold on it because to me it's super clear.
Yeah,
it's gonna be mainstream.
Yeah.
We are gonna have at some point, like, I mean, that's a big statement, but like, you could say a Fortnite that's actually linked to blockchain.
Yeah.
Maybe not with a token, but NFTs or stuff like that. I mean, token is the next step, but basically you can see it. Also, it's super fun. It's super easy. I talked about it like in an interview. I mean, a game coming out right now, if they have some play to earn, they can put some incentives, and then the game is fun. It's super good looking and interesting. I mean, gamers, you have a lot of gamers on Earth that are just gonna be interested. So it's much easier to me to bootstrap a gaming community than to do it with a DeFi protocol.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, so that's also a reason. Also retail and all that. So yeah, gaming is a perfect fit. And we're seeing it with Prime. I'm super glad it's going well.
Yeah.
And in the worst, I mean, the best part is they didn't even release that much. They still have like AI game. It's still early, open beta. So honestly, I'm excited. Yeah. Prime could have a lot of upside still.
Yeah, the ecosystem itself, like gaming is still
it's super tiny.
It's super tiny and still so early. Like I think so many games are in their pre-alpha stages.
Oh yeah.
Everything I look at is like always alpha or early beta stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. Again, like I would recommend people listen to the Framework Ventures guys. So it's like Michael Anderson and Vance Spencer. They actually focus on gaming this cycle.
Yeah.
And they said like last cycle the games were dog shit. And this cycle we're starting to have some solid proper games like Illuvium, like Prime, Parallel. and others coming, in the next few months. So then it's a different game because, well, now the games are playable. Now they are actually quality teams. So it's only going to get better. And if you add the NFTs and the crypto side of it, I mean, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Because we all know that even the Ethereum origin story, like Vitalik, I think he wanted to create Ethereum because he didn't have control over his like assets. Like, I don't know, it was like World of Warcraft or like League of Legends. But basically it's true, like if you have a game and you own your items and you get potentially a bit of income from it, I mean,
it's also good for the team. Like, I think you can make more money, you can make your users stick.
Also, yeah, I saw some figures about like games being more profitable crypto people spend more on games than normal gamers because, I mean, in crypto we have money like airdrops and whatever.
You basically print money out of thin air.
So. Yeah, it's a different game. So honestly, it's so perfect. So actually, that's why gaming is a focus for me, and I do have at least one big play coming soon. I'm excited about this one too. Actually, I want to buy so much of it.
I think I know it is, but
yes.
Yeah.
Actually, we talked about it last time.
We talked about it last time.
Yeah, actually, I talked about it.
5 seconds or so.
I talked about it with some people, a few people already, and it's funny. Not everybody sees it, but personally, it's clear. It's super clear. But anyways, that was a quite long outro.
Yeah. It was a very long outro. Yeah, but
pleasure.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. Maybe we'll do the next one a bit sooner. Maybe again with you, with your face.
I mean, we're ready to rob someone.
He looks like that every day. Like, just if you guys.
But we maybe wow. There is a world where we can still do it one live. We'll see.
Maybe.
So maybe a month. We'll see. Once a month, that's our rhythm. But we'll see.
We will try to stay in that rhythm.
Yeah, we still have to chase the hot topics.
Yeah, exactly. We have to work.
Yeah, guys.
All right. With that being said, it was a pleasure to have you here, and Erebos, was nice to talk to you in person.
Always my brother.
All right. Okay. See you. Bye bye.